video, right? So, oh, wait, no, now it's live. Wait, I'm so confused. This thing is just crazy. Okay. Anyways, I want to make a video, right? Because it's now after Christmas. Hopefully you guys had a splendid Christmas and you got toys, okay? Maybe some of y'all didn't get toys, but you know, I don't know. You know, and I wanted to kind of make a video. This is going to be kind of a funny video. And I think some people watching this will be able to relate to this because around this time, this is like the same time in 2012 when I started kind of looking for something to do online. And it was right after Christmas. It may not have been today. It may have been like on the 28th or what's today? Okay, yeah, never mind, a dumb question. But anyways, this is the same time on 2012 when I was like, you know what, this sucks. It's the Christmas depression, right? You know, when November hits, you're excited. You're like, oh my God, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you're like in this mood of giving and it's great, you know, and Christmas comes and you start basically trying to spend money. Maybe you have a family and things like that, you know, and you're just trying to make it happen and you're spending money you don't really have, maxing out credit cards, borrowing money, you know, doing all sorts of things to kind of make sure your family has, so, you know, and it's great, right? Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, everybody's happy. You're like, oh my God, like I'm giving all these gifts. It's cool. And you're like, woo, you know, right? It's great. And then like, I know for me, it's usually like the day after. Sometimes the Christmas depression, you know, some people it kicks in later for people. For me, it's pretty instant, right? Not so much anymore, but I'm just saying then. And, you know, what happens is, you know, you end up looking at your bank account at the end after Christmas is all over and you're like, oh crap, I did some damage, you know, and it's just kind of rough for the next couple of weeks or even longer for some people. And I remember I was at my grandma's house and we were all just kind of sitting around and it was at that point we were all realizing how much money we were spending and how much we did not have. So my grandma, this is a little story. This is how I actually got started online. It's kind of funny. You guys will, you know, see, my grandma starts talking about this site called claimmymoney.org or findmymoney.org. And you go to these weird, you know, these sites and you type your name in and it basically tells you if like you have any lost money, like if the government owes you any money or something like that. And she was going on ranting and raving about how some person in my family, I don't even know, did it and got like $20,000 or some crazy. Yeah, I can tell. I went home and I was like, this looks kind of sketchy. And there were so many different sites I didn't know which one was. And so I looked up review videos. I went on YouTube and was like, I wanted to watch review. It's not a review video. I mean, right? You know, you guys have all seen them. You're trying to get a review video and all of a sudden it's just some person like talking about what they do online to make money. But the way this one was done, I actually kept listening to it because he did talk about a little bit about what it was. He talked about the site I was actually looking up for a little bit. And then he starts going into what he does to make money online. And I usually turn off those type of videos, you know, in the past. But this guy was a little different. He wasn't like showing off a Ferrari or, you know, some big house. You know, he was like a normal person. The money he was making at the time didn't seem like, you know, unrealistic. It seemed he was doing it online. And I was like, you know, let me check this thing out. I didn't have any intentions on doing any of this. I just wanted to check it out. And I did. And I ended up, you know, kind of really wanting to try it. I kind of was excited. I looked up the system and I found a lot of other people on YouTube doing it. And they were also average people. They weren't like anything special. They didn't go to school to do this and they were making good. I mean, some were making $100 a day. $100 a day online, that's insane, you know? So I ended up, you know, I was broke, didn't have any money. It's after Christmas, you know, just your money's gone, right? And I decided I wanted to try the system. I ended up getting inside of it. Okay. I didn't know what marketing, I didn't know what internet marketing was. I didn't know what you did to market. The only thing I did know I was going to do was YouTube videos. Okay. And I'm explaining, this is all going to wrap up here. I just knew I was going to do YouTube videos. I had no clue. So for some of you who are very new to making money online and you don't know any of the terminology, you don't know any of the vocabulary, you don't know I didn't know what a lead was, which is, okay. I didn't know what a capture page was. I didn't know what a landing page was. I didn't know what an autoresponder was. I didn't know what anything was. And, you know, through the system I learned, and also through this, the person I signed up under, I learned what all that was. But so I didn't know what marketing was. I didn't know marketing on Facebook marketing or anything like that. I just knew I was going to do YouTube videos because first I knew how powerful it was because I had 2 YouTube channels before this one. I had made videos on there before. Now my sponsor kind of helped, you know, take kind of teaching me about like backlinking and ranking videos and things like that. So that's all I did. And just to basically say, within a few months, okay, of me doing that, I found one thing, one system, and I did basically one strategy. YouTube, that's it. Didn't do any, I wasn't even building a list, guys. I wasn't even building a list. I mean, and I was getting a lot of leads every single day and I wasn't even building a list, okay? And within a few months, I was able to quit my job I had at the time because I was making basically more money than I was at my job. And I figured, if I'm making this much money just starting out, and I don't even know what I'm doing, then, you know, 6 months plus from now, I should be, you know, hitting it pretty hard. Now there's ups and downs and things like that. You know, I started experiencing some real business type stuff. All right. But it's been overall very, very good learning experience and it's been awesome. So for this going through right now, you're broke, you spent so much money for Christmas and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to work overtime, get another job. I don't even know, you know, do that or whatever. But you know, what I can say is if you find something online you really believe in or like, right, and you stick with it, you find one thing, you know, and you don't stop until it works, basically, you won't have to work overtime. You won't have to get 2 and 3 other part-time jobs just to pay what you spent back or to keep up with your new bills now, you know, but you have to focus on one thing. And it's pretty easy once you do focus on one thing and you're consistent, okay? None of this jumping around from program to program or anything like that. That's just gonna screw you over, okay? So I don't even know how long this video is going. I wish it had, there's no timer. It's not telling me the timer here. Oh, well, okay. That sucks, butthole. But anyways, that's all I wanted to kind of share. If you're in that, or about to be in that Christmas funk where you're looking at your bank account and you want to cry, I mean, you may need to, you know, do something pretty quick, right? So find one thing, right? If you don't have one thing, there's a link in my video description that will take you to something you can start with, and that's basically it, okay? But, you know, that's all I wanted to say. You know, I just remember this time last, I spent so much money for Christmas, I didn't know how I was gonna, you know, it was just, I mean, everybody gets into this Christmas funk after Christmas, you know, you spend so much money and, you know, there it is. But, you know, like I said, if you're wanting to, you know, help that, you know, and this goes beyond just kind of making the money you spent for Christmas. This goes way beyond that. I mean, if you take it serious, you can let what happened is you spending so much money you didn't even really have not ever happen again. And that's what I'm talking about right there. So look, if you haven't started with anything, there's a link in my video description and in the comments below. Click on it, get started with something and be focused. I mean, God, you can change your life. All right, talk to you later and God bless you.